Check it out, Dee. This is one of the things I'm learning about what's going on in my feet from where Acha bit me. We've talked about it. He was not being bad, but anyway, he bit me. And what I want you to see is this like mass, this like bulge there. I think you can tell. It's not as bad as it was before I started taking the manganese and the collagen, which it's funny, I didn't expect this to change as a result of that, but it's so much less painful. I got this, the bite was very superficial, right? Like I think the deepest of the teeth marks was this one, and it was just like a couple millimeters. Honestly, it was like a scratch. It was very, very benign. And it was really bizarre to me that in healing, it was not infected, but it looked like really angry. This bulge was much more pronounced. I saw some, they were like, is it the bursa? Like, I was like, no, it wasn't a deep bite. Like, you didn't get the bursa, but it looked really dramatic. And you can see when you like push on it, it's not as dramatic now, but you could see that it was like scar tissue, right? Like the skin would pucker, like scar, and it's hard. Now, right now it feels more numb and a little tender. And again, like I said, that's as a result of the supplements I'm taking that I was taking for my foot pain, but I'm seeing that there's this parallel. And so it's more like numb and not really painful. But what I'm noticing is it's this crazy healing overreaction in my body. So instead of it just like healing the skin, no big deal, it was this like crazy overreaction. I'm guessing this is like type 3 collagen, not type 1 collagen, which would be good healthy skin stuff. So it's like thick and not as highly disorganized tissue is kind of like how people would describe that. And the same pain I had on the scar tissue, like I said, the scar tissue, the like buildup of the hard puckered scar tissue you can see under there, that really like the bite, he didn't like grab me and like, it was totally like a reaction inside my body to heal that way. The pain that I felt pushing on that, I think is exactly the same pain that I feel in my feet. And so it's like the tissue in my feet heals, but it heals badly. And like, there's not like it reverts to the bad collagen formed excessive scar tissue that's very, very sensitive and painful, as opposed to like healthy functional scar tissue that would be a more appropriate healing response. So I think that's part of what's happened in my feet, because they definitely respond as well to the supplements, but I can't stay on them at the dose that was helping because they're not good for you at those levels. So I need to figure out more of the underlying reason that my body has this reaction. But it's just mind-boggling to be able to be like, oh, I can see right here a pretty good representation of, I think, what's going on in my feet, why it sucks so bad. Because again, like the pain I would feel here when I would push on it is very similar to like the sharp, like I've never had a scar, like I haven't had a surgery scar, like a keloid scar that people describe as very painful and you want to massage it, but it's like this sharp, very, very painful to pressure. So now imagine like my full body weight on my feet, that's exactly why it hurts so bad, is because the scar tissue itself, the healed scar tissue itself, not the injury alone, is really painful. So fucking sucks.